And Ripley is in 5th place at 0-11 and 1-17. So Whiteoak loses tonight. They drop down to tie with Manchester. And, of course, there's still a couple of games left. But things could change. This is a huge game for Whiteoak, as it is for Eastern. Why? Well, Eastern is at 9-1. They're in 1st place in Division 1, 14-2 overall. Lynchburg Clay only one loss behind them at 10-2. So Eastern loses tonight. They drop down to a tie with Lynchburg Clay. And Lynchburg Clay, as I said, in 2nd place at 10-2 at 12-7. North Adams is in 3rd place at 5-8 and 7-12. Peebles at 3-8 and 3-9 is in 4th, and West Union is in 5th at 1-10 and 1-10. And the oddity there is we're about to move into tournament play, and they've only played 11 games. They have 11 games left to play of their regular season schedule. Let's take a quick look at softball while we're at it, if we could, please. Division 1, Lynchburg Clay is the top of the Division 1 at 8-5 and 10-10. Peebles is at 2nd at 6-6 and 6-7. Eastern is at 5-5 and 7-9. North Adams is in 4th at 4-5 and 6-11. West Union is in 5th at 0-11 and 1-14. And then in Division 2, it's Fayetteville leading the league at 8-1 and 12-4. Fairfield only one loss behind them at 10-2 and 16-5 at 2nd place, and also only one loss behind them is Manchester at 9-2 and 12-4. You don't get much tighter than that. And then in 4th place, Ripley at 3-9 and 6-14, and in 5th place, Whiteoak 3-10 and 6-12. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll give you the lineup or the roster for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Whiteoak Wildcats. First, this, though. Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch, financial advisor at Edward Jones Investments in Maysville, on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at 2nd. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Snap, snap, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizza is equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy Delivery.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Kylie wears number 18. Isaiah Clift, another freshman, wears 17. 16, Zane Mitchell is a freshman. Freshman Charlie Starks wears number 10. Eli Roberts, one of the seniors on the ball club, wears number 8. Number 7 is Kian Moonstone, a freshman. Senior Caden Moonstone, wearing number 6. Number 5 is Cameron Storms. He's a junior. Freshman Abraham Flater wears number 4. And number 1 is Christian Height. He's a freshman. Coaches include Chris Veit is assisted by John Combs and Gage Caraher. And that's the Whiteoak Wildcats. We'll take another really quick break. We're back. I'll tell you about that Eastern roster, but first this, here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today. It's important forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch, financial advisor, Edward Jones Investments. Let's look at the entire roster for the Eastern Warriors. Wearing number 1, he's a junior, Bryce Murphy. Number 2, well, that's he's a freshman, Kane Dotson. Mason Riggs wears number 3. He's a junior. Senior Carson McCord wears number 4. Jaden Florence, a freshman, wears number 5. Number 6, that's a senior, Wyatt Haupt. Andrew Campbell is a junior, wearing number 7. Wearing number 8, that's Drew Edmiston. He's a junior. Braxton Vance is a sophomore, and he wears number 9. Rylan Utter is a junior, wearing number 10. Number 11, that's Carter Vaughn. He's a senior. Another senior, Wiley Sawyers, wears number 12. Also a senior, Drew Gallant, wears number 13. Number 14 is Matthew Yockey, a senior. Jackson Prine, a junior, wears number 15. And Luke West, a junior, wears number 16. Head coach is Steve Gatz. He's assisted by Zach Haupt, Dave Menery, Kyle Burbage, and Jared Florence. That's the Eastern Warriors here on senior night from Eastern High School. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back. We'll talk about lineups and more right after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Coaching career. Xander Rhodes plays shortstop and leads things off batting first. Batting second, that's Caden Moonstone. He's the pitcher. Eli Roberts, the second baseman, will bat third. Jacob Kiley will be the designated hitter. He'll bat cleanup. And Isaiah Clift will play center field. Dakota Clift will catch and bat fifth. Jonah Michael, the third baseman, bats sixth. Batting seventh, Jason Applegate, the first baseman. Batting eighth, Abraham Flater, the center fielder. The right fielder, Christian Height, will bat ninth. Once again, that's Rhodes, Moonstone, Roberts, Kiley, Dakota Clift, Michael, Applegate, Flater, and Height in that order for the Whiteoak Wildcats. Now let's take a look quickly at the Eastern Warriors under head coach Steve Getz. Catching and batting first is Drew Edmiston. Wiley Sawyers, the third baseman, will bat second. Wyatt Hopp will pitch and bat third. The number 4 batter, that's Carter Vaughn. He's the center fielder. The shortstop, Price Murphy, will bat fifth. Batting sixth, Jackson Prine, the first baseman. Mason Riggs, the left fielder, will bat seventh. Drew Gallant will be the designated hitter. He'll bat eighth. Carson McCord will play right field. And the second baseman, Jaden Florence, will bat ninth. Once again, that's Edmiston, Sawyers, Hopt, Vaughn, Murphy, Prine, Riggs, Gallant, and Florence in that order. We'll take one final quick break. We're back, and we'll have our first pitch and baseball. But first this, as we continue with Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch, financial advisor at Edward Jones Investments in Maysville.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Back again, ladies and gentlemen. We're having the umpires meeting at home plate. 2 veteran coaches, 2 great baseball teams. And Caleb Rayburn joins me tonight. And Caleb, you played baseball in high school. We're getting toward the end of the season, and I had a conversation with Chris Veit before the game. I said, big game tonight. He says, they're all big this time of year. This is a big deal to finish first in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference for these kids, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. You go to the spring banquet and stuff, and you get the trophy. It says champions right there on the plaque, and you take pride in that as a baseball player, and it's something to push forward to and represent not only yourself but the school and the community and stuff like that. It's a big deal for these kids.
Well, and when you've been graduated several years, and it becomes more important, I think, sometimes the longer you've been out, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The way these kids play nowadays, and they wear their hearts on their sleeve, and it's nice to know that trophy there at the end of the year pays off for all that hard work that they put in. Well,
and to give some background for all you listeners out there, baseball in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference has been getting better every year for the last 4 or 5 years. And this is a perfect example tonight. And if you heard me talk about the standings, we've got 5 or 6 teams that are just right in the hunt to win a championship in either one of the divisions. And interestingly enough, there's not a whole lot of difference between the 2 divisions either, is there?
No, absolutely not. We heard the Lynchburg coach the other night say after the postgame, You like to think you can take a night off, but in this league you can't. You got to bring your A game every night because you don't know how the competition is and things like that. So you can't take a night off and things like that.
Well, and again, that was not necessarily the case several years ago. But, of course, leagues are up and down. One time you'll have great teams, and the next year maybe it'll be down a little bit. But generally speaking, the Southern Hills Athletic Conference is getting better every year. We're going to take one final break. First pitch is right around the corner after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Batter again, it'll be Xander Rhodes, Caden Moonstone, Eli Robertson, Jacob Kiley for Whiteoak in that order. On the mound, Wyatt Hopped. Wyatt comes to the game having appeared in 7 games. He pitched 34 innings. His record is 7-0 as the right-hand pitcher. First pitch is in, down, ball 1. He's struck out 57 with a .735 whip and a .613 ERA. That's pretty special numbers, folks, in any level. The pitch, and it misses outside, ball 2. Now, defensively out there, White hopped, as they said on the mound, Drew Edmiston behind the plate. Jackson Prine is at first, as that pitch is called strike 1. Jaden Florence is at second. Wiley Sawyers is the third baseman. Bryce Murphy is at shortstop. Has hopped the pitch again, and pitch is high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Mason Riggs is in left, Carter Vaughn in center, and Carson McCord in right for the Eastern Warriors. As again, Rhodes steps in, and the pitch now, and he drives it past the third baseman into left field for a base hit. Whiteoak, first batter reaches with a single to left field, and I don't know, that was awfully hard hit. I guess it's conceivable that could have been played, but I think that's a pretty legit single to left field. So Caden Moonstone will come to the plate. Caden, the pitcher, a .224 batting average, but a .500 on base percentage. As the runner at first gets a pretty conservative lead. Now the pitch misses outside for a ball, looked like a fastball. Eli Roberts, the second baseman, on deck. This and every game this season is brought to you by People's Monument Company. Sharing the life of a loved one isn't just important today, it's important forever. And that pitch called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jeff Burns behind the plate. Ron Burns out on the base pads. Yes, they are brothers. We see them quite often umpiring. This is a baseball night, isn't it, Caleb?
Absolutely. Beautiful blue skies out here.
And the runner goes to throw down to second base, and the runner is safe. As the ball gets past the second baseman, he'll get up out of the dirt, and he'll go to third, and he's safe at third. Not a good start defensively for Eastern. It was a cloud of dust. It was a little hard to see that ball pop out. It popped out and went just rolling out toward the right field, and that'll be a 2-base error. I don't know, Caleb, I'm probably going to call that on what, the E6? As that pitch is called strike 3. First out of the inning, first strikeout.
That is what I scored it as, Don. I scored it as an E6.
So now we have 1 down. Runner on third base. Eli Roberts, the second baseman, comes to the plate. Eli, a .379 batter. And a pitch just on the outside edge with a fastball. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. It was a pitcher's pitch. Roberts would like to get it back in a little bit off that edge. As Hopp taking his time. Usually works pretty quick. That time he missed outside and down. And the count goes 1-1. Mark your calendars for Friday, May 10th, as we bring you coverage of the Southern Hills Athletic Conference track meet exclusively on Good Guys Radio TV. Listen in. That'll be coming to you from Manchester High School, as that is a foul ball outside of the first baseline. Roberts now behind the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It always fascinates me. They put the scoreboards out in bright sunlight where you can't see the lights. I don't know how you fix that, but as, again, hopped the pitch, and that one's high and in. Evens counted 2-2. Jacob Kiley, the designated hitter, on deck. Whiteoak here in their gray uniforms, both trousers and tops. Orange stripes, orange numerals, trimmed in black. Their colors are black and orange. Nice crowd here. It's still early, though, as we talk about high school baseball. Everybody kind of shows up a little late because it's tough for folks to get here at 5 o'clock. And a pitch is called, strike 3 for the second out of the inning. That's the second strikeout. Second out. Xander Rhodes standing down at third base. Jacob Kiley, only a freshman, back at the beginning of the season, was not even starting. He has batted 19 times, has 3 runs with 11 hits, 11 RBIs, and listen to this, a .579 batting average. Talk about earning your spot in the he held back on that one. You get those up in your eyes, they're real tempting to take a big mighty swing at. 1 ball, no strikes. As he settles in now again. Run at third. We'll get a little bit of a lead, and he jumps all over that one. The second baseman will play it. He'll throw it to first. 3 down. They strand 1. We move to the bottom of the first. No score in our ball game. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm Don Bowles along with Caleb Rayburn, and we're at Eastern High School. And leading things off will be Drew Edmiston, followed by Wiley Sawyers, Wyatt Hopt, and Carter Vaughn. And first pitch is in, called strike 1. Out there pitching for Whiteoak is Caden Moonstone. He's a senior. He's pitched in 6 games, 37 innings. His record is 4-2. Swing and a foul back. That'll go to strike 2. In those 37 innings, he struck out 49 with a 1 shutout on his record. Is a 1.78 whip and a 1.51 ERA, and the pitch misses out for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Right-handed Drew Edmiston at the plate. Drew Jr. is the catcher on the ball club. And curveball, call strike 3. 1 down. That'll bring Wiley Sawyers, the third baseman, to the plate. Behind the plate, by the way, Jeff Burns. And Ron Burns is on the base pads. As that first pitch is in, and make it strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As again, the pitch, that one a little high. And the count goes 1-1. Wyatt Hopp, the pitcher, on deck. Now Sawyers comes to the game with a .463 batting average. He fouls it back straight behind us here. We're right behind the plate here at Eastern. And we'll go to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. I was mentioning the size of the crowd. It's tough for folks to get here right at 5 o'clock. And these ball games, as that's a fly ball to right field. It'll be just inside the foul line. It'll be fair. It'll go all the way to the fence. Out there to pick it up is Christian Height, rounding second, going into third with a stand-up triple as Wiley Sawyers, the third baseman for the Eastern Warriors. Caleb, I think that's what you call a seeing eye triple. What do you think?
Absolutely.
That couldn't have been from here. It looked like it couldn't have been inside that line by more than, what, a foot?
I was going to say, beautiful shot right down the line. The ball just kept carrying for him.
That'll bring Wyatt Hopp, the pitcher, to the plate. Now, Wyatt, a .533 batting average with a .621 on base percentage. He already has 32 RBIs on the season. That is a huge number. And he takes ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Caden Moonstone is on the mound. Dakota Clift behind the plate. Jason Applegate is at first, and that's foul back. Even the count at 1-1. Jonah Michael is at third. Xander Rhodes is the shortstop. In the outfield, Abraham Flater in left, Isaiah Clift in center, and Christian Height in right. The pitch now down and out. Ball 2. You have to think he's going to be tickling around the strike zone. And, of course, any of you in baseball, you know the time to get to a pitcher's in the first inning. So, and that pitch is in, and he'll Moonstone now behind the count 3-1. And again, it's time for that Higgins scoreboard update, brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. And there's no score in our ball game. We're at the bottom of the first inning, and that pitch is down, and he walks him. So Eastern has runners on the corners for Carter Vaughn, the center fielder, to come to the plate. Now Carter, a right-handed batter, .353 batting average with a .459 on base percentage. He's had 11 RBIs on the season. He has a chance to get his team going here in the first inning. As they say, a base hit's a run. Moonstone looks at the runner. The pitch now, the runner at first goes. They bluffed the throw down to second base, and the runner at third is holding. So you'll have Wyatt Hopp uncontested at second. And Carter Vaughn at the plate, ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Bryce Murphy, the shortstop, is on deck now for Eastern. And a little nubber, they're going to say it's a foul ball. Strike 1.
Yeah, Don looked like it went off right off Vaughn's foot there in the box, so he got a foul ball there.
And those are not steel toes. Those
No.
That does not feel good when you do that.
No.
The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Home reminds you, don't tempt fate. That text can wait. Please put down your phone and drive safely. Pitch catches the outside, strike 2. Moonstone ahead in the count, 1-2, runners on second, third, 1 down. And a evening or afternoon made for baseball. Pitch is down to even the count at 2-2. Carter Vaughn has batted 51 times. He scored 18 runs, 18 hits, 5 doubles. Again, a right-handed batter. And he calls timeout. He stands out. Eastern here tonight in their white trousers, red stripes down their pants legs, red jerseys, black numerals trimmed in white. And it's a little pop fly in the infield. No, it's shallow right field, excuse me. That should score a run. They dropped the baseball. As the center fielder came over, waved the right fielder off and attempted to make the play. And he dropped the baseball and one run scores. So Eastern takes a 1-run lead. And that'll go down as an E8. I will admit, Caleb, I was a little surprised that he waved him off.
Yeah, Cliff went a long way for that ball. They always say you get the center fielder leadway and everybody else backs off.
Little pickoff play attempted there by the pitcher. They threw over to third. Whiteoak thought they had him. And on the play, Carter Vaughn moves over to second. So now again you have runners at second and third. One run is in. There's one down. And I will admit to you, even if he catches that baseball, I think the run scores. So the error at this point has not done any damage if they can work themselves out of this jam. I think Sawyers was going to tag and run anyway and make the score. As again, Moonstone in the dirt. 1-1. Bryce Murphy at the plate, by the way. He's the shortstop. 378 batter with a 481 on base percentage. Right-handed batter again. Pulls that left foot back, opens his stance up with it back to third. Pitch just misses down and out, ball 2. 2-1. And again, Moonstone the pitch. Called strike 2. You know, Jeff Burns has been giving the pitchers that strike right in that same spot so far tonight. So that's, I don't know, about chest high, just on the outside edge. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Second out of the inning. Second strike out of the inning. That brings Jackson Prine, the first baseman, to the plate. Not a single batter of all 9 batters on this Eastern lineup bats below 325. I can't remember, Caleb, last time I saw a high school team with that kind of batting averages.
The last one I seen was back when I played Whiteoak. Batted pretty well. I always did not like pitching against them, just for that fact. They hit the cover off the ball.
It does make that pitching job a little tough, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
1 ball, no strikes on Jackson Prine. As now again the pitch, and it misses out. Ball 2. 2-0 on the first baseman, Jackson Prine. Mason Riggs, the left fielder, on deck for the Eastern Warriors. And the pitch, no doubter on that one. Prine would probably like to have that one back. That was a good-looking pitch. 2 balls and a strike, just a fastball, just on the outer half of the plate, about chest high. Moonstone moving quickly now. The ground ball to the shortstop. He'll play it, throws it to first. They'll get the runner. They get themselves out of that jam. Eastern scores 1. They take a 1-0 lead. We move to the top of the second. Whiteoak bats, trailing 1-0 here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Welcome
back again, ladies and gentlemen. And we had a defensive change here as we have to get that in just a second. Give me just a moment. We'll get this together as it'll be Braxton Vance coming in to replace Carson McCord in right field. And I'll give you that as we're about to have a batter. As Hop's first pitch is high and in for a ball. And second pitch is in, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dakota Clift. So it'll be Dakota Clift, Jonah Michael, and Jason Applegate in that order for the Whiteoak Wildcats. Swing and miss, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Once again, defensively, Braxton Vance now in right field. So in your outfield, it'll be Mason Riggs in left, Carter Vaughn in center, Braxton Vance in right for the Eastern Warriors. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'm sorry. On the catcher, Dakota Clift. And a little pop fly foul out of play down the first base line. You have to wonder as I watch John Combs, the first base coach for Whiteoak, down there covering his eyes, shielding his eyes from the sun. I'm wondering, as the sun is dead in the right fielder's eyes, I'm wondering how much difficulty there is for second baseman, first baseman, and right fielder. He'll be on the right side of the baseball diamond. The count goes full at 3-2. That's the first full count for Haupt. And another foul back against the fence. And the count remains 3-2. Thanks to Winchester Carpet Outlet, one of our great season sponsors. Winchester Carpet Outlet, prices so low they'll floor you. Once again, Haupt. And it's a fly ball, deep center field. Vaughn is going back, and he attempts a one-hand catch. Did he hang on to it? He did. What a catch by Carter Vaughn, going away, a one-hand snag, going toward the center field fence, and 1 down. Dakota Clift hit that to the deepest part of the outfield. He gave it a ride. Just shallow of the 355 mark. Would have to be about 350, and Vaughn catches it with a one-hand snag for the first out of the inning. Certainly the hardest hit ball so far in this ball game. Jonah Michael at the plate now, the third baseman. The pitch is down inside, and we'll even take the count to 2-0. Don't forget, stay tuned after the game as we name our Snappies Player of the Game. Brought to you by Snappies and Seaman and West Union. That pitch is now called strike 1. Jonah Michael, a 175 batting average, but a 324 on-base percentage. Only a freshman. This White Oak team starts as many as 5 freshmen. Talk about a team that's going to be very good in the coming years. Hopt evens it back up now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's a grounder to the first baseman. He'll step on the bag. Nope, they're going to say it's a foul ball. So the count will remain 2-2. Batter on deck, Jason Applegate, junior first baseman. Michael, as I said, a 175 average, but he's batted 67 times. So White Oak has played 19 ball games. And remember, I said West Junior has only played 11. That'll give you an idea of the difference in some of the teams and what they've done what they've done in getting their games in to make them up with the rain and the like. Once again, Hop taking his time. The pitch misses inside, and he walks him. First walk of the ball game given up by Haupt, and that'll put a runner, the tying run at first base for Jason Applegate, the first baseman, come to the plate. Jason, another one of those batters, batting average not too strong at a 160, but a 400 on base percentage. That's good numbers. He has 8 RBIs in the season. He's a right-handed batter. That pitch is in there, strike 1. Jason, a big guy. All you White Oak fans probably already know this. Ted Downing, the former principal superintendent at White Oak, by the way, and a principal here at Eastern, longtime principal here at Eastern. Very untimely death year before last. And by the way, Ted greatly missed at White Oak and at Eastern and all of his friends. As the ball gets away from the catcher, the runner will advance. He'll have a runner at second. But anyway, why am I telling you all this? Well, Jason Applegate is his grandson. And we talked often, Ted and I did, about Jason and his future as playing baseball. He had lots of hopes for Jason, and Jason is accomplishing that, starting for the White Oak Wildcats. 1-1 the count now, runner on second base. That pitch catches the outside. 1-2. As again, Applegate. And he jumps all over it. It should be right up. It is right up the middle for a base hit. That'll score a run. As rounding third, coming into home on his belly is Jonah Michael. White Oak ties it here on the back of a base hit right up the middle by Jason Applegate. Give him a single to center field and an RBI. The go-ahead run will now be at first base for Abraham Flater to come to the plate. Abraham, the center fielder, another one of these freshmen. That's the 12th run of the season that Michael has scored. As the pitch, good-looking fastball just on the bottom end of the strike zone on the inside this time, strike 1. No balls and a strike. On deck, another freshman, Christian Height, the right fielder. And called strike 2. Hopped, picking up the tempo a little bit. He's not messing around. He's just bringing the baseball now. 1 down, 1 run in, a runner on first base. And a little grounder to the pitcher. The only play he'll have will be at first. And moving over to second will be Applegate. That'll be the second out of the inning. That'll bring Christian Height, the right fielder, to the plate. Let's get another Higgins scoreboard update brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsborough and Jackson. The score. It is tied. 1 ball as that pitch is in, strike 1. Eastern got their 1 run in the bottom of the first inning, and here in the top of the second, White Oak comes back and scores it. Swing and a miss. He chased a high fastball, strike 2. There's 2 down. Runner on second.
There's that high fastball we talked about again, Don. Looked like a beach ball coming in there.
Yeah, and it get up in your eyes. That's tough to lay off of, especially for a young hitter. Just looks like you could just nail it. And a pitch misses just. He was trying to get it up there without making it hittable. Instead, he was trying to sneak a strike in on the outside upper end of the strike zone. Didn't do it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hopped ahead in the count now, though. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. But not before Whiteoak scores the tying run. We move to the bottom of the second. The score is tied 1-1. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
The count's even 1-1 on Mason Riggs. Mason, the left fielder for the Eastern Warriors. And fly ball to right field could be trouble. Christian Height is back, and he can't make the catch. It's off his glove. And rounding first, going into second, is Mason Riggs. And Eastern is in business with the go-ahead run at second base. I don't know, Caleb. I got to score that at E9. What do you think?
I would agree with that.
Defensively, Cade Moonstone on the mound. Dakota Clift at catcher. Jason Applegate at first. Eli Roberts is at second. Jonah Michael is at third. Xander Rhodes is the shortstop. And a little bunt in front of the plate. The pitcher will play it. He'll throw it to first. 1 down. The runner moves over to third. A little sack bunt. So now with 1 down, that'll bring Jaden Florence to the plate. In the outfield, Abraham Flater, Isaiah Clifton center, and Christian Height in right. Of course, Abraham Flater in the left. First left-handed batter we've seen tonight, that'd be Jaden Florence, the second baseman. He fouls it back behind us. Strike 1. 326 batter with a 362 on-base percentage. Kind of a tall drink of water. Long and lanky. As the pitch in the dirt, and they bluff a throw down to first with the runner staying. And the count will go 1-1. Whiteoak scored their, Eastern scored their run on a, and that pitch is called strike 2. They scored their run that first inning on a walk, a hit, an error. They stranded 2. As that one's in the dirt, gets away from the batter, but gets away from the catcher, But Cliff does a nice job keeping it in play. 2-2, Jaden Florence, the left-handed batter, will step back in. On deck is your leadoff batter, Drew Edmiston, for the Eastern Warriors. The pitch again, called strike 3. Whew, that was a timely strikeout. That's the third strikeout issued here in the ball game by Caden Moonstone. That'll bring Drew Edmiston, the leadoff batter, back to the plate. Now, he was the first strikeout victim of the ball game back in the first inning. He's 0-1. That pitch, and it's called for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. On first base is Mason Riggs, the left fielder. And the pitch again, swing and a miss. He chased one. Shout out to our season sponsor, Willie & Son Trucking. Get your motor running and roll on with Willie & Son Trucking, just south of Leesburg, north of Hillsboro. Edmiston settles in, and he drives one to center field. Isaiah Clift will go back. It'll be over his head. It'll go to the bottom of the fence. Rounding first, going into second will be Edmiston. Scoring ahead of him will be Mason Riggs, and Eastern has retaken the lead. They now lead 2-1. He drove a fastball right down the center of the plate. He drove that straightaway center field over the head of Isaiah Clift. There was nothing Clift could do. And so now you'll have Drew Edmiston at second with a stand-up double and an RBI. And first pitch hitting, Riley Sawyers drives up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third is Edmiston. He'll come in and attempt to score, and they'll get him at home plate, and he's out. Third out of the inning. And Eastern scores the go-ahead run, but now Whiteoak will come to bat in the top of the third, trailing 2-1. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. Big play at the plate there as Edmiston tried to stretch it and come home and was caught with a great throw at home plate. But Eastern scores 1 on a strikeout, a couple hits, an error. They stranded 1, and they take a 2-1 lead as we now move to the top of the third. Whiteoak will bat. They'll flip and go to the top of the order again. It'll be Xander Rhodes, Caden Moonstone, and Eli Roberts in that order. Both starting pitchers, of course, still on the mound, and that pitch is high and in ball 1. Xander Rhodes, Caden Moonstone, and Eli Roberts, as I said, and that pitch misses, ball 2. Xander Rhodes is 1 for 1. He had a single to left field and was stranded in that first inning. The pitch again down in the dirt, ball 3. Begin your pathway to completion today with Southern State Community College at sscc.edu. Thanks to Southern State for sponsoring our baseball coverage. As again the wind and the pitch, and curveball, strike 1. Good looking pitch. 3-1. Rhodes a .421 batter with a .577 on base percentage. There's good reason he's a leadoff batter, and he walks him. Second walk of the ball game given up by Haupt. That'll put a runner at first, representing the tying run, as Edmiston will go out and have a conversation with his pitcher. Coming to the plate now, Caden Moonstone. Moonstone a chance here to help himself out. Now, both of these ball clubs very aggressive on the base pads. Edmiston was an example of that when they sent him home, but I like that. I like that kind of baseball. Keeps things moving. And the pitch catches the outside, strike 1. If I'm an Eastern fan, I don't like that it was thrown out, but I like it. Just standing there out there on the base waiting till you're easily driven home is not going to win ball games. White hop the pitch. Strike 2, same spot. Upper side of the strike zone on the outside. Caden Moonstone behind the count, 0-2. Hop misses outside. The ball gets past the catcher. Rhodes will move over to second. So now you have the tying run in scoring position. Count goes to 1-2 strikes. Moonstone has 9 RBIs on the season. And that pitch misses down. And it'll go even at 2-2. And once again, Hop taking a look at the runner. The pitch misses out, and the count goes full at 3-2. And I'm not sure what it is, but right now Wyatt Hop not real happy with something. I don't know if it's himself, the umpire, whatever it is. He's just not real calm, not real relaxed out there. Runner gets the lead, and a pitch called strike 3. 1 down. That'll bring Eli Roberts, the second baseman, of the plate. Now, Eli leads the team in extra base hits. He's got 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. .379 batter. Stands in, and he jumps on the first one. It's a pop fly into shallow right field. The second baseman is out. He'll make the play. The runner will hold at second. And it's 2 down. So Rhodes remains at second. Jacob Kyler, the DH, comes in. Now Jacob is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Had a ground ball to the second baseman for the third out in the first inning. Only a freshman, but boy, he's a big kid now for a freshman. And he jumps all over one. It'll go into the gap between right and left center field. It'll go in for at least a single. He'll hold it first. The tying run comes in to score, and we're tied at 2-2. As Rhodes comes in, and Kylie a textbook single right up the middle. That'll put Kylie at first. The go-ahead run, Dakota Clift, the catcher, comes to the plate. Clift a .259 batter. And, oh, good-looking pitch. Gee whiz. No balls and 1 strike. That was a no-doubter. And maybe a little inside for his taste, but, oh, another one. Hopped is dealing now. No balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 down. 1 run is in. Tie ball game, 2-2. And he misses out for a ball. Before the game, it's Between the Baselines, brought to you by Ron Lynch at Edward Jones Investments in Maysville. Listen in early and let Ron help you plan early for your future. The batter calls timeout. He'll step back. Again, behind the plate, it's Jeff Burns. On the base pads, it's Ron Burns. And another grounder up the middle. The shortstop can't get a handle on it, but he'll pick it up and step on the bag. The runner is forced for the third out of the inning. But again, not before Whiteoak scores one. We're tied at 2-2. We move to the bottom of the third. Eastern bats right after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. Scores tied at 2-2. We move to the the bottom of the third inning. Wyatt Haupt, Carter Vaughn, and Price Murphy in that order for the Eastern Warriors. We are at Eastern High School. It is senior night here. The crowd continues to grow here as the pitch way high, ball 1. On the mound, Caden Moonstone, starting pitcher, as the starting pitcher for Eastern is on the mound as well. As Moonstone, it's a little pop fly, shallow left field. Flater settles under it. And no, the center fielder, Clift, comes over to play it, and he drops the baseball, and the runner safe at second. And that'll be the third error of the ball game, uncommonly given up by Whiteoak. So that'll put the go-ahead run at second once again. And Caden Moonstone has pitched from behind this in all 3 innings. He's had base runners on almost the entire time. He was able to get the first batter out in the first inning. But since then, he has pitched with somebody on the base at the entire game. And that's a little shot into left field. That'll drop for a base hit. The runner will round third. He'll come in to score easily as going into second with a double, and the ball gets past the second baseman, the shortstop. But they'll hold him at second. So Carter Vaughn at second with a double right down the third base line. And Eastern retakes the lead, this time 3-2. Now at the plate, Price Murphy. Murphy, the shortstop, and it's a fly ball. Right center field. The right fielder is over. Height will make the play, and he throws it back in for the first out of the inning. And what's the call? We get the runner out at second.
I think it bounced off the
Oh, no.
shortstop's glove, Don,
No.
and it went out of play over there down the fence line.
So they're going to give.
They're going to give him third base.
They're giving him third base. So now you'll have a runner at third. The batter is out with a fly ball to right field. So there's one down. One run is already in. Eastern takes a 3-2 lead. And that's a shot into left field. That'll be in for extra bases as well. Another run will score. Rounding first, going into second will be Prine. Credit him with a double and an RBI. And Eastern now takes a 4-1 lead. That's the second extra base hit of the inning. And again, Eastern with a runner in scoring position. And I think I said 4-1. The score is actually 4-2. It's Eastern leading Whiteoak by 2. One down in the inning. Mason Riggs, the left fielder, at the plate. And first pitch is in, strike one. So Prine is at second base as Vaughn came in to score. And it's a grounder to the second baseman, Roberts. He'll throw it to first for the second out as Prine moves over to third. So now with two down, that'll bring Drew Gallant to the plate. Drew, a right-handed batter, had a little sacrifice bunt for the first out in the second inning. It's a .375 batting average. Right-handed batter, swing and a miss. He chased one. Looked like a curveball down on the bottom side. No balls and a strike now. We'll get inside with the Adams County as that one's over the head of the third baseman into left field. Another run scores, the third run of the inning, and safe at first with a single to left field and an RBI is Drew Gallant. So the parade continues for the Eastern Warriors. That'll make the score 5-2 now. As left-handed batting Jaden Florence will come to the plate. Now Jaden's 0 for 1. A .326 batter. They throw over to first base. The runner's back. But that coach's comments show will be after our final out, presented by ACRMC Family Medicine Center. They throw back over first, and the runner's back again. Here in the inning, Eastern has scored those 3 runs on 2 doubles, a single, and an error. Runner at first. And he shows bunt. He drops it down just off the home plate, and he's out at first. 3 outs, but Eastern strands one, but they score 3. They take a 5-2 lead. We're back. Whiteoak will bat the top of the 4th right after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
It's the top of the fourth inning. As Eastern came out there in the bottom of the third, they scored 3 runs. And they got it done on 3 hits and an error. They stranded 1. And they took a 5-2 lead. Now the Whiteoak Wildcats will send Jonah Michael. Jonah Michael, Jason Applegate, and Abraham Flater to the plate. Excuse me. See if they can get them back. Every time one team has scored, the other team has come back and answered. Let's see if Whiteoak can do that again. That pitch is out. Ball 1. Pitch is in, evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. And strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. You'd have to think Hopt, as a lot of good pitchers, they get better as the game goes on. He's got to feel good. His team got him 3 runs that last inning. He's got to crank it up a little bit here. He's already pitching only, I guess I'd say, low to mid 80s, which at this level is pretty good numbers. And that is only a guess, folks. I am not an expert at speed judgment. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. Jason Applegate, the first baseman, will come to the plate. Jason had a single to center field and was stranded the third. Credited with an RBI. Right-handed batter. And Eastern in the first couple innings were playing a little deep and giving up a bit, and they're still continuing to do that. I don't think that's a mistake necessarily. This ground is very hard. As foul back behind us. And already Applegate's behind the count. Excuse me, not behind it. Evens the count at 1-1. The ground's hard. The grass is very, very short here on the field. If you haven't been out and checked it out, the ground's very hard, so the ball will play quick off the infield. 2-1 now. Abe Flater, the center fielder, on deck. Special thanks to our studio producer, Sarah Rigdon. We certainly appreciate what she does. And that pitch is high, and we'll go 3-1. Certainly couldn't be on the air without her. She could just turn us off, Caleb. Go back to country music, and you and I'd be done. Call strike 2. Count goes full. And the pitch again. This one's on the dirt, and he walks him. So that'll put a runner at first with 1 down. That's the 3rd walk given up in the ball game by Hopt. We're going to have a pinch runner in now for Whiteoak. As in to run will be Caden Butler. He'll be in to run for Applegate. Now in high school baseball you can re-enter, and I would imagine that's what probably will happen. Oh, excuse me. It's a change in the batter, pinch hitter for Flater. So that is, again, Caden Butler. He jumps all over that one. It's deep in the hole for the shortstop. The long throw, he won't get him. He did get him. Yeah, he was safe. There we go. So they'll have runners at first and second now. Single to the shortstop puts Caden Butler at first. That'll bring Christian Height to the plate. Butler, another one of those freshmen. And that pitch is in, and now it goes 1-1 to Christian Height. Now Height 0 for 1 in the ball game. He represents the tying run right now. We're in the top of the 4th inning, and strike on the outside again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck is Xander Rhodes, the leadoff batter for the Whiteoak Wildcats. And it's down. And again, the count goes even. High school baseball, you're listening to C103, and you can watch it on Good Guys Radio TV. If you're not watching live, maybe you're listening on your car radio or whatever, you can go home and watch this anytime. We archive these games. You can go back and watch it later tonight, tomorrow, next week, any place, anytime. And here's the key to it. You talk about streaming services and this and that. As it's a little bounder to the third baseman, he's going to have to hurry as he throws it to first. And they get the runner at first, but the runners move over. So now you'll have runners at second and third with 2 down. Good play by Wally Sawyers, the third baseman. A long throw across the field, and he gets the second out. Xander Rhodes comes to plate. Rhodes is 1 for 1 with a walk. Moved over an error, was stranded in the first. He walked and scored a run in the third, and that pitch is a curveball, strike 1. But what was I saying about those streaming services? This Good Guys Radio TV is free, thanks to all those wonderful sponsors we have. Local people making sure it's available to you. It gets past the catcher. The runners will hold. And we go 1-1. On deck, the pitcher, Caden Moonstone for the Whiteoak Wildcats. As Rhodes again at the plate, and the pitch. Called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, it's hard to tell, Caleb, which side is the eastern side and which side's the Whiteoak side. Well, Haupt wanted that pitch, didn't he?
Yeah, the crowd has turned out here tonight very well. It is a packed house here at Eastern High School.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 down. Rhodes stands in. Haupt the pitch. And it's a fly ball to center field. The center fielder, Vaughn, is there. He'll make the catch. Third out of the inning. They strand 2. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Eastern Bats leading 5-2. We're back after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today, it's important forever. ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening on C103, thank you very much. We appreciate your listening. But again, you can go out and you can pick it up on Facebook. You can pick it our Facebook page. You can go to YouTube, or you can, even better yet, go to Goodguysradiotv.com. Goodguysradiotv.com, and you can watch this ball game as well as lots of other things. We'll shortly have up the National Day of Prayer celebration will be up. We're doing all kinds of things, not just sports. So join us as It'll be Eastern's number 1, 2, and 3 batters at the plate now. First pitch is in, ball 1. Still on the mound, Caden Moonstone pitching for Whiteoak. So it's Drew Edmiston, Wiley Sawyers, and Wyatt Haupt. And that pitch, strike 1. 1-1. Moonstone's thrown a few pitches, hasn't he?
Yeah, Moonstone's up to 53 pitches here in the 4th inning.
Which is really not that far out of line when you think about it. And that pitch was called a ball, 2 balls and a strike. After the game, we'll bring you the final stats. And the John Wood Insurance, as that pitch is high and in, we'll go 3-1. John Wood Insurance postgame show presented by John Wood Insurance in Georgetown, Owensville, West Union, and Peebles. Again, the pitch, and it's called strike 2. Edmiston thought he was going. Edmiston, a right-handed batter, 1 for 2, had a double for an RBI as a grounder to the shortstop. Rhodes will play it. He throws to first. 1 down. Nice throw, nice scoop. Score that 6-3. Rhodes to Applegate, and it's 1 down. That brings Wiley Sawyers, the third baseman, to the plate. Wiley is 2 for 2. He's a big hitter so far for the Whiteoak Wildcats. Had a triple to right field, scored a run the first, had a single to center field, and was stranded in the second. First pitch is in, ball 1. Pitch again, it's a ground ball. It could be trouble, as it is. And Xander Rhodes went deep in the hole. And I'm going to score that's an infield single. What do you think, Caleb?
I'm going to go with you. I'm going to go with your prediction there. I'm going to go with infield single as well.
You were thinking E6, weren't you?
I was thinking it, but that was a tough play.
You know, it's interesting if you ever attend a Cincinnati Reds game or any other Major League game, they make it look so easy. And it's not easy. Yes, now that's a ground ball snagged by the shortstop Rhodes. He'll throw back to first, and they double him up. And that'll end the inning. What a play by Xander Rhodes as a little line shot off the bat of Wyatt Haupt was snagged by the shortstop Xander Rhodes. He threw it to Jason Applegate, the first baseman. The second, third out of the inning. We move now to the top of the 5th. Whiteoak bats. We're right back after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right. Thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 5-2 the score. Whiteoak comes to plate after a stellar play by the shortstop for Whiteoak, Xander Rhodes, as he snags a line drive and doubles up the runner. That'll bring Caden Moonstone, Eli Robertson, Jacob Kiley to the plate for Whiteoak. We're in the top of the 5th inning. We're at Eastern High School, the home of the Warriors, versus the Whiteoak Wildcats. Moonstone comes to plate. He's 0 for 2. but he's a .224 batter with a .500 on base percentage. That pitch is called strike one. Let's get another scoreboard update brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsborough and Jackson. The score, Eastern leading 5-2 over Whiteoak. And the pitch again, misses high, ball one. Special thanks to our producer, director of a Good Guys Radio TV broadcast, Mr. Brandon Rigdon. As the pitch again, he shows bunt, he drops it right outside the home plate. They throw down to first, throw it away. The runner will round first, and he'll go into second safe. That was a good little bunt. I think he was going to be safe anyway. So Caden Moonstone is on second base on the back of a little bunt single and an error. Score that as an E2. So now you have a runner at second for Eli Roberts, the second baseman, to come to the plate. Caleb, here we go again. That was a judgment call, but that was an awfully nice bunt down in front of the plate.
That was a very nice bunt. Edmondson come out of the box and tried to make a good play on it.
No balls and one strike on Roberts. He's 0 for 2 in the ball game. And he called strike two. He tried to pull it back. I don't think it made any difference. The family of Wallace Thompson Funeral Homes reminds you, stay alive. Don't text and drive. Remember, distracted driving is against the law. As the pitch now, swing and a miss. He chased one on the outside. You can bet Roberts would like to have that one back. One down. That's the 6th strikeout of the inning. Of the ball game for Haupt. That'd be a little tough to do, wouldn't it? I guess it's possible. Be a lot of drop third strikes. Pitch is in the dirt. Ball one. The runner will hold it first. It's second, excuse me. So you have a runner at second, one down. Kylie at the plate, Dakota Clift on deck. Wyatt Haupt on the mound, Drew Edmiston behind the plate. Jackson Prine is at first. Jaden Florence, the second baseman. Wiley Sawyer's the third baseman. And Price Murphy, the shortstop. It's a ground ball to the second baseman. Florence plays it, throws it to third. Throws to first, excuse me. And there's two down. I glanced over to see the runner at third, as Moonstone did move over to third on the play. So now I have a runner at third, but there's two down for Dakota Clift, the catcher, to come to the plate. In the outfield, it's Mason Riggs in left, Carter Vaughn in center, and Braxton Vance in right. The pitch again, and strike one. Clift is 0 for 1 in the ball game. He'll call time and step out. Jeff Burns behind the plate. Ron Burns on the base pads. The umpires for tonight. Pitch just out, ball one. 1-1. As Caleb said, big crowd here tonight. And they keep coming in. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2. The freshman Jonah Michael on deck for Whiteoak. Swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. That's the third out. They strand one. We move to the bottom of the fifth. Eastern Bats leading 5-2. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Eastern comes to the plate. Carter Vaughn, Price Murphy, Jackson Prine. They'd like to play some add-on. They're up 5-2 now. Thanks to First State Bank for making this broadcast possible. There's a First State Bank branch near you in Southern Ohio and Northern Kentucky. Or if not, there certainly will be soon. And again, it's that Higgins scoreboard update brought to you by Higgins Steel Roofing, providing professional materials to their professional customers. And the score again is 5-2. It's Eastern leading Whiteoak. Eastern comes in here 9-1 in first place in Division I, 14-2 overall. Whiteoak, on the other hand, they're 9-3 and 15-4. They are tied for first place with Fairfield in Division II. So you have the first place team in Division I facing the first place team in Division II. Now, if you're not aware, we talk about the divisions. Well, it's quite simply there are 10 teams in the Southern Hills Athletic Conference. The 5 biggest schools are in Division I. The 5 smallest schools are in Division II. And he hits the batter. And Vaughn will take his place at first base. And here we go again, Caleb, as Moonstone will have to pitch with runners on base. That brings Price Murphy to the plate. Price, a .378 batter. He's 0 for 2. They throw over to first base, and it gets past the first baseman. It'll go to the fence, and moving over as Carter Vaughn, he'll be safe at second. Now, how do you score that one?
I was always told you score that as basically a throwing error, so that's a E1.
You get into whether you could have caught it, should have caught it, whatever, I guess, you know, but scoring in baseball is so subjective, though. As they throw back to second, the runner's back. 5-2 the score. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Southern Hills Athletic Conference baseball. We have one regular season game left. That'll be on Tuesday night. It'll be Lynchburg Clay versus Manchester. It'll be at Manchester. And the pitch again, he shows bunt, and he drops it fair down the third baseline. The third baseman will play it. It'll be too late. He throws it away. As rounding third and coming home will be Vaughn, as Eastern plays add-on, and they take a 6-2 lead. And safe at second is Price Murphy. Here we go again. Is that a bunt single? I think so. With an error on the throw. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, Don.
You seem hesitant. We can have an argument. I mean, we'll do this right here, you know. As a fly ball to left field. Flater will have to go back. It's over his head. It'll go all the way to the fence. Rounding third, coming home is going to be Murphy. In at second with a stand-up double is Jackson Prine. Second run of the inning scores. So now the score's 7-2. Steve Getz is in. He's probably going to put in a pinch runner, I would guess. And Chris Veit, coach for Whiteoak, is on his way to the mound. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 2 runs are in. Eastern has taken a 7-2 lead. No pitching change as Moonstone turns and throws to second base. It goes past the second baseman, but now they got the runner caught off, and he's out. And Coach Steve Getz not real happy right now as we had a pitch runner, Kane Dotson. Dotson is out now. That'll be the first out of the inning. That'll clear the bases. And that'll bring Mason Riggs to the plate. Mason, a right-handed batter. He's the left fielder. He's a right-handed batter. .464 batting average. 1 down. And he gets past the catcher, but no harm, no foul. And it'll go 2 balls and no strikes. Drew Gallant, the designated hitter on deck for the Eastern Warriors. And it's a ground ball to the shortstop. Rhodes will play it. Throws it to first. 2 down. That'll bring Drew Gallant to the plate. Gallant, a .375 batter. Gallant is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error and scored a run in the second inning. Had a fly ball to right field that was dropped. Pitch curveball high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. As once again now Moonstone really working fast. Swing at a miss on an outside fastball. That was a pitcher's pitch, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
And he hits the batter. And I think he may have hit the umpire as well. He did, as Jeff Burns is shaking it off. So you'll have Gallant at first. And the catcher goes out to have a conversation with his pitcher to give the umpire a chance to shake it off a bit. Those baseballs find every bare spot that's uncovered. Jaden Florence, the second baseman, at the plate now. Jaden is 0 for 2. And the pitch is down. Ball 1. 2 runs are in here as Eastern got 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third. The only 3 up, 3 down inning they had was in the fourth. And interestingly enough, that was as it's a ground ball to the second baseman. And Roberts bobbles it, but he'll throw it to first, and it gets past the first baseman. The runner rounds second and goes into third. And so you'll have Gallant now at third. The runner is safe at first on a ground ball to second base with an error. Runners on the corners. And back to that 3 up, 3 down inning. Interestingly enough, that 3 up, 3 down inning, the only one that Moonstone has enjoyed, and that was the leadoff, the number 1, 2, and 3 batters in the order. And that's a foul ball out of play down the first baseline. 0-1. On deck, the pitcher, Wyatt Hopped for the. And check that. This is Drew Edmiston at the plate now. Wiley Sawyer's on deck. Ball gets away, but Clift keeps it in play. Two balls and a strike on Edmiston. Again, there's two down. And it's a ground ball to the first baseman. He'll snag it. He'll flip it to the pitcher, and he'll get him. Third out of the inning, but not before Eastern scores two more runs. They lead 7-2. We're back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today. It's important forever.
Jonah Michael, Jason Applegate, and Caden Butler in that order for the Whiteoak Wildcats. They trail 7-2 here in the ball game. We're in the top of the sixth inning. Again, high school baseball, we only play 7, so first pitch is in, strike one. Michael is 0 for 1 with a walk. He walked and scored a run in the second. So the time is running out as Michael, a high fly ball. The center fielder is over. He waves off the left fielder. Carter Vaughn makes the play. It's one down. That brings Jason Applegate, the first baseman, to the plate.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today. It's important forever.
And the pitch again. And we go 2-1. C103 Dirt Racing Tour is coming back as it's a grounder, a little bloop single into right field. And Whiteoak is in business with a runner at first base on a little bloop single to right field on the bat of Jason Applegate. That'll bring Caden Butler to the plate. Caden has 1 for 1, had a single in the 4th inning, was stranded. Right-handed batter, and the pitch is down in the dirt, ball 1. C130 Dirt Racing Tour, check it out. We've got it up on our website. It's soon to begin, and it's going to be a fun summer of dirt track racing. Listen in on C103. And it goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Christian Height on deck for Whiteoak, and the pitch misses, ball 2. Thanks once again to season sponsors including Baxla Tractor Sales in Seaman and Batavia, your local dealer for Kubota, Land Pride, Exmark, and more. And that's now 2-1. 3-1. I was going to say, a little slow putting it up. That's why I looked at you. And now it goes full at 3-2. Wyatt Hopp, the starting pitcher, still on the mound. He's given up 2 runs. He struck out 7. He's walked 3. He's had 5 hits. There's been 1 error. They've stranded 5. Swing and a miss. And strikeout number 8 issued by Wyatt Hopp. And that'll bring Christian Height, the right fielder, to the plate. Christian 0 for 2 in the ball game. Runner on first, and first pitch is called strike 1. And again the pitch, and this is a little pop fly foul. Back behind us. I always think it's interesting, the heroes that want to try to catch it barehanded, and then the others that are just saying, no, not me, and they're diving for cover. The pitch misses outside, and the runner will advance. Applegate moves over to second. What's the pitch count you have now in Wyatt Hopp, Brandon? Caleb? Brandon too. I'm sorry, Caleb.
We're at 103 pitches for Wyatt Hopp, and he is still dealing.
He is, isn't he? As I said earlier, often pitchers pitch better as they go along. They get in a groove. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Misses out, and the count goes full again. 3-2. Xander Rhodes, the on-deck batter for the Whiteoak Wildcats. And now again the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out for the 3rd out of the inning. We move to the bottom of the 6th. Eastern Bats leading 7-2. We're back after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Return. Eastern will come to the plate here in the bottom of the sixth inning. They'll send Wiley Sawyers, Wyatt Hopt, and Carter Vaughn to the plate. They lead 7-2 over the Whiteoak Wildcats. Again, in high school baseball, we only play 7. So Eastern up by 5 here. You can bet Steve Getz, the coach for Eastern, would love to play a little add-on, get a couple, at least one more run. And so Whiteoak, by the way, when Whiteoak comes back to the plate, they'll bring their number 1, 2, and 3 batters to the plate. As now coming to the plate is going to be Wiley Sawyers for the Eastern Warriors. Wiley is 3 for 3 with a triple and a couple of singles. Scored a run. He's been stranded twice. The pitch by Moonstone. Strike 1. Good looking pitch. No balls and a strike. As a pitch down. 1 ball and a strike. And once again, the pitch, this one outside. It'll go to 2 balls and a strike. Two and 1 on Wiley Sawyers. The pitch now, and the pitcher knocked it down. He throws it to first, and I will admit, Caleb, I was completely blocked by the umpire. I just saw the ball come out. The pitcher knocked it down, and he makes the play for the first out of the inning.
It actually hit off the pitcher's leg, Don, and then kicked over towards the first baseline there. And he collected himself and made a play for out number 1.
They call it hard ball for a reason, don't they? That doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, and they tell you not to rub it, but I tell you what, you want to rub it afterwards.
I never did understand that. Why not rub it? It feels better.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt Hopt comes to the plate now. Wyatt, a 5.33 battery, came to the ball game with the highest batting average on the team. He walked, stole a base and was stranded in the first, reached on air, scored a run in the third, and then had a line drive into a double play in the fourth. And pitch misses. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. And I would venture to guess that's probably the only double play that Wyatt Hopt hit into all season. And that pitch is called strike 2. You know, Moonstone has not pitched a bad ball game. The defense has been a little porous behind him, and that has hurt. And that pitch is inside to even the count at 2-2. Carter Vaughn, the center fielder, on deck. Pitch high, and now we'll go full again, 3-2. Hopt steps back in, and he drives that one down the first baseline. It'll go to the hole, and that'll be in for extra bases. As he rounds first, he's going to try to stretch it and go for 3. As he rounds second, and he goes in to third with a stand-up triple. There's a reason he has a 5.33 batting average. And he was trucking. I don't think he ever thought about stopping. Carter Vaughn, the center fielder, will come to the plate. As Carter is 1 for 2 That pitch is called strike one. He reached on an error in the first inning and was stranded, had a double to left field for an RBI and scored a run in the third. Hit by a pitch, moved over on an error and scored a run in the fifth. And a fly ball deep left field. Flater is back, and it's out of here. Home run by Carter Vaughn. His first of the season. He drives in, Wyatt hopped ahead of him, and Eastern will take a 9-2 lead. And you can hear it in the background. I find that hard to believe. They're singing happy birthday to Carter. You don't suppose, Caleb, that was his birthday as well.
If it is his birthday, that's a heck of a birthday present, ain't it?
That was a no-doubter too, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
He got every bit of that one. 9-2 the score.
Had me worried about my car there for a minute on that shot.
1 ball, no strikes on Price Murphy. Probably one more insurance run than they needed. As that one back to the barrier right here in front of us. I saw you move.
I jumped a little bit. That'll get your attention real quick.
When it's coming right between your eyes, you hope that net holds, don't you?
Yeah.
3-0 now. That was a fastball right down the middle of the plate, by the way, and he just jumped all over it. And that one's outside as Murphy chases one. It goes 3-1 now. On deck, Jackson Prine, the first baseman for Eastern. They scored 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the fifth, and they've scored 2 more here in the sixth. And now the count goes full at 3-2. And I think Moonstone reached back and got a little more energy. I think he's a little annoyed. He steps back off the rubber now, gathers himself. Moonstone, one of the seniors on this ball club. It's a fly ball to left field, and it'll be out of play. Just foul out of play. He got a pretty good whack on that one too as well.
I was going to say, he could have kept that fair. We might have had another one, Don.
Might have had back-to-back home runs. And I will admit to you folks, we don't see a lot of home runs in high school baseball. That fence is a long way out there. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out for the second out of the inning. That'll bring Jackson Prine to the plate. Jackson is 2 for 3. Got a couple of doubles for an RBI and scored a run. He was caught trying to extend in the fifth. As the pitch now by Moonstone, high, ball 1. And the pitch again, high and in for another ball. Ball 2. And that's a foul ball out behind us. And that's 2 balls and a strike. And a little foul ball outside third baseline this time. As once again, Prine stands in. And that one got somebody, either the catcher or the umpire. And the count now full at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Jackson Prine, a .354 batter. He's had a couple of doubles. Eastern has already put 2 more runs on the board here in the 6th. Whiteoak trailing by 7. And a swing and a miss. And he strikes out the second batter in a row for the 3rd out, but not before. On the back of a triple and a home run, Eastern scores 2. Carter Vaughn took it home. We'll be right back after this on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Welcome back again, ladies and gentlemen. At the plate, Xander Rhodes, and he's the count goes even at 1-1. And he jumps on that one. It's a fly ball to right field. Braxton Vance is there. He'll make the play. And 1 down. Don't forget, following a ball game, it'll be our Snappy's Player of the Game, brought to you by Snappy's and Seaman and West Union. And let's get another one of those Higgins Steel Roofing in Hillsboro and Jackson scoreboard updates. Eastern leads 9-2 over the Whiteoak Wildcats. Thanks to season sponsors including Southern Hills Community Bank with 8 locations across Adams, Brown, and Highland counties. And not only will we name our Snappy Player of the Game, as now the count goes 0-2. We'll have our ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show, and of course we'll have our John Woods Insurance post-game show. John Wood Insurance, with locations in Georgetown, Owensville, West Union, and Peebles. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Caden Moonstone. Moonstone is 1 for 3 in the ball game. And the fans trying to help the umpire out a little bit. They wanted to call strike 3 there. And swing and a miss. They'll get it swinging. Second out of the inning. And that'll bring Eli Roberts to the plate, the last chance for Whiteoak so far. And that pitch is in for a strike. And swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Roberts has struck out twice already this evening. And that pitch misses out for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down in the 7th inning. Roberts their last chance. Whiteoak down to 1 strike away from losing the game to Eastern, and a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. 3rd out of the inning, and the Eastern Warriors win it. 9-2 the final score. Up next, it's the John Wood Insurance postgame show and much more after this here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, the fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Snap, snap, snappy tomato pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Ron Lynch, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, we can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 481 Tucker Drive in Maysville. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
How well will your roof hold up to heavy wind and rain this spring? You could already have a leak that you don't even know about. Avoid spending thousands of dollars on costly repairs with a free roof inspection by the experts at RoofX. Family owned and operated, RoofX brings decades of industry experience, family values, and a customer-first approach to everything they do. Get a no-obligation inspection today from RoofX. Call 937-509-8085 or visit roofxusa.com. Peace of mind, one roof at a time.
Welcome to Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro, your local Chevrolet dealer for over 50 years. I am Steve Haig, owner, along with my twin daughters, Mindy and Mandy. We operate our family-owned business. We take care of our customers like friends and family. If you need a new Chevrolet or pre-owned vehicle, service, parts, or body shop, think of Jerry Haig Motors in Hillsboro. Proudly supporting the youth of our community. Stop in today for a great deal. Trade-ins welcome, financing available to qualified buyers.
Buying a memorial is not like buying anything else. It's a deeply personal process that is best conducted face-to-face and heart-to-heart. Whether it's a traditional graveside monument, a cremation monument, or pet memorial, the craftsmen at Peebles Monument Company will walk you through every step of the process. Visit Peebles Monument Company, located on North Main Street in Peebles. Choose Peebles Monument Company because sharing the life story of a loved one with those who matter most isn't just important today. It's important forever.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the John Wood Insurance post-game show, and in the middle of that, it's the Adams County Regional Medical Center Coaches Comment Show, brought to you by ACRMC Family Medicine Center. Joining me, Coach Steve Getz with Eastern Warriors. Coach, got to be one of the best wins of the season.
That was a great win. You know, that's just one of those games it's a battle usually every year with Whiteoak. Obviously, they're a fantastic team, and they bring their A game all the time, and you know, sometimes last couple of years we haven't played our best game, but today we did. We came out and did what we needed to do.
Any difference because it's senior night or because it's the home field?
You know, actually, I thought if anything, the senior night might be a little bit of a hindrance just because the guy's being a little too amped up. You know, Wyatt's an emotional guy when he's pitching, and, you know, thought that might get him a little bit. But, you know, he was under control, got his emotions in check early on. And so, yeah, you know, from that standpoint, I don't think the senior night was much of a factor. I think anytime you play at home, it's an advantage for you. They're not used to the sun. They struggled with a few fly balls out there. Didn't seem real well. So, you know, from that standpoint, maybe the home field was an advantage.
Well, and when you talk about not using the sun, I thought at first you meant because we've had so much rain, but no, definitely on the right side of your field, it can be a handicap at times, can't it?
It really can. That right field's tricky, especially this time of day and this time of year. Start setting right out there, and if you don't get a good read off the bat, you know, sometimes it's hard to find, you know, pick it up and actually find it after you know, don't miss it or you miss it off the bat. So that's a tough place to play some days, and today, you know, they struggled with a few fly balls, but we put the ball in play a lot and made them make some plays, and I think that was part of the success we had was just getting balls in play.
I thought at the beginning of the game a little tentative at the plate.
A little bit. You know, it's one of those things. We've been really good most of the year with our approach and trying to be aggressive and get fastballs early. He was doing a good job. He was mixing in some curveballs early, and I think just kind of got us off balance a little bit early on, and we just needed to kind of resettle and, you know, kind of get back on track and get back to playing the way we play.
Well, and as you moved on, you got through the first two innings and didn't play bad from the plate, just maybe a little tentative at times. But then as you moved on, you started pressuring a little bit, and you're playing Eastern baseball because you like to put the pressure on the base pads, don't you?
We do. We like to run. You know, we've got some guys that can run well, putting the pressure on. You know, even I think it was the second or third inning, they throw the guy out at the plate. But, you know, if I had that same scenario over again with 2 outs, I'm gonna try to score that guy. I always say if they, you know, have to make a perfect throw, if they do it, then, you know, hats off to them, and he made a perfect throw. And, you know, that's one of those times you do it again if you have the chance. But just keeping the pressure on, making them make plays. You know, Price Murphy in I think it was the 6th maybe, really down a great bunt. They threw it down the right field line, got us some more runs. So, you know, just trying to keep the pressure on and make them make plays.
Well, I even actually commented on that play at home plate you mentioned, because I like aggressive base running anyway. But at this level, let's face it, kids make mistakes, and part of winning the ball game, it's in every sport. Part of winning the ball game is making them make more mistakes.
Exactly, and like I said, you know, if they come in and make a perfect throw like he did there, you tip your cap to them and you say we'll get them next time. But if you don't put the pressure on them, you let them kind of get settled in and just be comfortable. You know, this game is easier to play when you're comfortable. When you got that feeling of uncomfortableness and just the pressure's on all the time and you're trying to take that extra base, it can make some plays that they normally make. You know, they might have a miscue or two.
Carter Vaughn, I think he got most of it. What do you think?
He got most of it. I tell you what, we don't hit a lot of home runs here at all, and not many get hit to where he hit that one. So, yeah, that ball was hit well, and just put a great swing on it.
Well, and that was one of those almost no-doubters. I mean, it's just I said he got every bit of it. I think he got every bit of it.
He got every bit of it. You know, shout out to him. It's his birthday, so nice little birthday present to make the day as well as senior day. So,
yeah. Did he have it planned, I guess? Yeah, right.
Well, if he did, he didn't tell me about that one. But, you know, if he wants to hit him out and not tell me, that's fine.
Wyatt Hop, kind of a signature game for Wyatt tonight, wasn't it? Just about the way he pitches most games, right?
He does. You know, he was right up against the pitch count. I think he was at 121, so that was probably going to be the last batter of the game for him either way. He was a little inefficient with his pitches tonight. You know, I think
ran a lot of full counts.
A lot of full counts. They fouled a few balls off. He was around the plate, just missing here and there. You know, it was close, but I think that was the one thing. It was maybe not his best game just from the standpoint of efficiency. He threw a little more pitches than he normally does, but he's going to go out there and battle and compete. That's just the kid he is, and, you know, this is the first time in a few years he's actually pitched against these guys, because last year we had them right up against Fairfield, and obviously Fairfield last year in our division was a game that we had to win before we got to this game. So he was looking forward to this, I think, since the day of the season into last year. He was looking forward to get to pitch at Whiteoak, and, you know, he came out and just competed like he always does.
Well, and that comes back to that, run the pitch count up and being, again, sometimes you can't be too careful, can you?
You can't, you know, and that's it. He was just missing. You know, there's a lot of those pitches I think he was trying to challenge. So there's a lot of fastballs that were missing. So, you know, sometimes when you see guys throwing a lot of curveballs and trying to sort of just be tricky instead of just going after guys, and, you know, he throws the ball well. He's got the ability to throw balls by some guys. So that's the thing I like, that he wasn't missing with a lot of curveballs that off the plate. He was around the plate, but he was still attacking with fastballs, and I thought there was a few calls we didn't get, but that's the way it goes. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, and they probably thought there were some calls that we got that we shouldn't have. So that's just baseball, and those guys in blue do a great job. They're calling 300 pitches a day, and they're going to miss a couple.
It's a tough job.
It's a tough job. It really is. People don't understand when you've got guys throwing as well as these kids can throw. In the break on some of the off-speed pitches and things, that it's a tough job, and you're going to miss a few.
Big win, to say the least. Not only when you knock off Whiteoak, but where you position you are in first place in Division I, but also it's senior night.
Senior night, it's always great to get a win on senior night. These guys, I was just figuring up the other day, I think these guys have won. Wyatt and Carter Vaughn have played 4 years of varsity baseball from the freshman until now, and I think those guys are now at 61 or 62 wins. So they've been a huge contributor to the program, as well as some of the guys that haven't played 4 years. Wiley Sawyers has played 3. We've got Carson McCord, Matthew Yaki, and then Drew Gallant. The other 3 seniors have been in the program for a few years. Not as much of varsity experience, but again, just guys that come, great teammates. They know their roles, they know what their jobs are. They do a fantastic job, and it's just hats off to the seniors.
Well, one final thing, Steve. This weekend is tournament draw. I think this game is a perfect warm-up for tournament. Too bad you can't start tournament next week, though. It's a week away. But that said, it's got to make you feel back good where you're going all the way across the board, be it offensively, defensively, whatever.
Absolutely. These are the games you want to play at this time of year. We've got some great competition. We have Portsmouth West, and Blanchester lined up next week. So, as you get to the end of the season, you want to get in that tournament type of mode and where you're playing tournament games, the tournament game feel every day. And I think, this was the start of going into next week to do that.
Steve, congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you guys.
Steve Getz joins us here on the ACRMC Family Medicine Coaches Comment Show. We'll return right after this as we continue the John Wood Insurance post-game show here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
ProGen's next-generation technology flooring is designed to stand up to the demands of modern life, and it's available now at the Winchester Carpet Outlet. Because ProGen is durable, waterproof, dimensionally stable, and easy to install, it can be used in any room, including rooms that are most prone to moisture and spills, like kitchens and baths. For top-quality flooring, service, and selection at prices that'll floor you, visit the Winchester Carpet Outlet, just off State Route 32 on Tri-County Road, just a few miles west of Winchester, Ohio, and online at winchestercarpetoutlet.com. Trying to find a durable new look for your retail office, house, garage, or new barn dominium? Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding has added 2 new profiles within the past year that would make great options. A heavier 26-gauge metal board and batten with several colors to choose from adds a fresh new look to any project regardless of size. Or come in and check out our new options for standing seam. If it's steel roofing and siding, it comes from Higgins. Located in Hillsboro and Jackson, Higgins Steel Roofing and Siding. Family owned and operated since 1958.
That's the sound of your truck losing you money. Whether you're a major trucking operation or an independent owner, you're losing business. Let me give you some advice. Call Willie & Son Trucking. Their certified Caterpillar, Cummins, and Detroit experts can get your truck moving so you can get back to doing business. Call Willie & Son Trucking for an overhaul or glider kit rebuild at 937-763-9521. Keep your business rolling with Willie & Son Trucking.
Big box home improvement stores don't brag about their customer service and knowledgeable staff, and that's because they rarely have either one. Do you really want electrical and plumbing advice from a person who was assembling patio furniture yesterday? Nope. Get what you need from the pros at West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply. They now have an expanded hardware line to complement the electrical and plumbing parts, plus handy tips and advice to help you get the job done. West Union Electric and Plumbing Supply, 1 block south of the courthouse on Walnut Street in West Union.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's the John Wood Insurance post-game show. As we begin to wrap things up here, always fun talking to Steve Getz as his team improves their record to 10-1 and 15-2. Whiteoak, on the other hand, they dropped to 9-4 and 15-5. Let's take a look first at the Whiteoak Wildcats and their individual stats. Xander Rhodes was 1 for 3 as he had a base hit in the first inning and reached on an error, moved over on an error but was stranded. He walked and scored a run in the third. Caden Moonstone was 1 for 4, had a bunt single and moved over an error in the 5th inning, but was stranded as well. Eli Roberts was 0 for 4 in the ball game. Jacob Kiley was 1 for 3, had a single to right center field and was stranded in the 3rd. Dakota Clift was 0 for 2 in the ball game. Jonah Michael was 0 for 2 with a walk. He walked and scored a run in the 2nd. And Jason Applegate was 2 for 2 with a walk, had a single to center field for an RBI and scored a run, and was stranded in the 2nd. As he walked and was stranded in the 4th, had a single to right field and was stranded in the 6th. Abraham Flater was 0 for 1. Caden Butler was 1 for 2 with a single to the shortstop, infield single to the shortstop, and stranded in the 4th. And then Christian Height was 0 for 3. We'll take a quick break. We're back. We'll talk to you about the Eastern Warriors, their individual and team stats, right after this on the John Wood Insurance Postgame Show here on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
I'm too hot.
I'm too cold. Well, I'm just right, thanks to Schaefer Heating and Cooling.
Schaefer Heating and Cooling in Hillsboro have been your comfort experts since 1985. For service, repair, installation, and more, visit SchaeferHVAC.us or call for a free quote at 937-466-1080. The hot summer months are coming. Let Schaefer Heating and Cooling service your AC unit ahead of time or call for 24-hour emergency service.
Our beliefs matter. They're reflected in our words and actions. At First State Bank, we believe in treating people well, and have since 1884. Listening, caring, looking out for each other. It's what people deserve. It's what a real local bank does. While lots of things have changed over the years, our belief in you hasn't. First State Bank, built on belief.
Our business is helping you grow. We're Baxter Tractor. We take care of you like family.
We've been growing since 1946. As your Kubota dealer, our focus is to help you grow today and into the future. Stop by one of our locations today, visit with our folks, and see our entire lineup of Kubota products.
Our business is helping you grow. Baxter Tractor.
Nothing like the crack of a bat.
3, and it's a ground ball to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at second. Can they turn 2? They do.
C103 and 995 The Edge, along with Good Guys Radio TV baseball action is here.
And this is going to be knocked out, fly ball towards center field. It's going to hit the gap. That's going to bring Gallinger home and be good for a double for Holden.
Between regular season baseball and tournament season baseball action, we have it all for you, all for free.
Snap, snap, Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Oh, that's your family's stomach hungry for dinner. And the best way to tame that savage beast is by feeding it a Beast Pizza from Snappy Tomato Pizza.
Beast Pizza.
The Beast Pizzas equal to 3 large pizzas. Get one with 1 topping, only $26.99. Or get the Junior Beast, bigger than an extra large with 1 topping, only $15.99. For fast, snappy delivery, go to snappytomato.com.
Snappy delivery.
For 4, had a triple to right field, scored a run in the 1st, had a single to center field, stranded in the 2nd, had an infield single, and was stranded in the 4th. Wyatt Hopt was 1 for 3 with as he walked, stole a base, and was stranded in the 1st, reached on an error and scored a run in the 3rd, and then had a triple to right field and scored a run in the 6th. Carter Vaughn, what a night he had. He was 2 for 3, had reached on an error in the 1st inning with reached on air and was stranded in the 1st inning, had a double to left field for an RBI and scored a run in the 3rd, hit by a pitch, and then scored a run in the 5th, and then had a 2-run home run in the 6th inning for an additional 2 RBIs, giving him 3 RBIs on the season on the night, and to make it even better, it was his birthday. So what a birthday gift for Carter Vaughn. Bryce Murphy, 0 for 4 in the ball game, but he reached on an error and credited with an RBI and scored a run in the 5th. Jackson Prine was 2 for 4, had a double to left field for an RBI and scored a run in the 3rd, and had a double for left field, but caught stretching in the 5th. Mason Riggs was 0 for 3, reached on an error and scored a run in the second. Drew Gallant was 1 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt in the second inning, had a single to left field for an RBI and stranded in the third, hit by a pitch and stranded in the fifth. And then Jaden Florence was 0 for 3 in the ball game. Pitching stats, Caden Moonstone is the losing pitcher. He strikes out 5, he walked 1, he gave up 11 hits. There were 2 hit batters. There were 4 errors, costly errors behind him. They stranded 5, and he gives up 9 runs. And the winning pitcher, Wyatt Haupt, he struck out 11. He walked 3, gave up 6 hits. There was 1 error. They stranded 6, and he gave up 2 runs. Final score 9-2. Excuse me. We'll take a quick break. We're back to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game as we wrap things up here from Eastern High School in the John Wood Insurance Postgame Show. Caleb and I will be right back after this on C103 and Good Guys Radio TV.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could go to college and get my degree.
What if I went to Southern State? What if I'm able to go and become that nurse or that lawyer or that teacher? Southern State Community College allows students to rise above the circumstances that they're surrounded by and become something more than they ever dreamed possible.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the John Wood Insurance Post-Game Show. It's now time to name our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. Caleb, that ball game was pretty much exactly what we thought it was going to be, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. 2 great teams going at it, 2 great head coaches. Just all around a great evening of baseball. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, Don.
Well, and we saw good pitching.
Mm-hmm.
We saw some errors. We saw some, I don't want to say porous defense, but it's high school. It's high school baseball. It's not perfect. But the game of baseball is not perfect. And that's what, to me, makes it so much fun to watch.
Yeah, and as a coach, you got to remember, these are 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. They're going to make mistakes. You're going to have those nights where you have the errors and stuff like that. But all in all, I mean, all well-rounded baseball game and a fun night of baseball altogether.
What a birthday for Carter Vaughn. Home run. What did I have him for? 2 for 3. Hit by a pitch. 3 RBIs. A home run. Gee whiz. But our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game, he was dealing tonight, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah. He finished with 11 strikeouts. 11 strikeouts in anything, high school, college, major leagues. 11 strikeouts is nothing to sneeze about. But not only that, he comes up big at the plate, too. 1 for 3, I think, is what we had him at with a triple down the right field line. He just come to play tonight, the senior.
Well, and not only that, but against the Whiteoak Wildcat, good ball club, too.
No, absolutely.
That's it, folks. And that wraps up the John Wood Insurance Post-Game Show. Once again, the final score 9-2. It is Eastern defeating Whiteoak, and Wyatt Haupt, our Snappy Tomato Pizza player of the game. For Sarah Rigdon, Brandon Rigdon, as well as Caleb Rayburn, I'm Don Bowles, wishing you a pleasant good evening here on Good Guys Radio TV and C103.